So hey guys, I hope that you're doing amazing. It's indeed such an amazing day here in Germany, but so depressive. As you can see the weather, gosh guys, it's freezing. Like this is the last cold I've ever come across. Like this is the last cold in the world, I believe. So I'm being told that hata bado hijafika, like this is still not even anything. That's what I've been told. But hey, like we are almost turning to ice cubes. Hey, and this is something else that I was asking myself, what did I sign for? But love sent me here. And Greta Things sent me here. So I just have to stick with it, with this country, for better, for worse. So guys, I'm sure you must have watched in one of my videos, I did a video on my top culture shocks here in Germany from Africa, Kenya. So this is basically a continuation of the same video. So if you didn't watch the video, please go back, make sure you watch it so you are able to connect well with today's video. So guys, let's get straight to the video. It got so cold. I had to go and take my Marvin. I had to put my jacket cap on. So like I said, yeah, it's been tough for me being here, like so tough, like to adjust. But right now, I mean, I'm doing very well. And I thank God because like it was so depressive at the beginning. And another thing that was so depressing for me is the food. Gosh, guys, the food. If you're planning to come here, please, before you start to get used with food here, this is just my suggestion. I mean, as much as I was hard-headed and I told myself that let me go and do what the Romans do, that was the worst decision that I ever made for myself. I prefer that you at least carry some of the foods that you're used to first of all, and then you bring them on board with you, and then as time goes by, as you get to adjust on food on this other side, you at least have something, because you can't just adapt to new things like food, you know, just immediately. I mean, people are different. There's some people who are very good at exploring different kind of cuisines once, like they can eat barely anything. They go to China, they are ready to even taste the frogs. They go to wherever in the world, and they're able to even eat the things that we tend to think they are not eatable. So people are different. For me, that was a very, very big weakness for me. Like I would barely eat well. Like the food here is totally different. I don't know if I have a problem or what is wrong, or is it me? Or I mean, if you're watching this video and you moved into a new country and you've had this kind of difficulty, do let me know. Do share down below in the comment section so that I get to know if maybe I was just like hallucinating, or was it like, is it real? Is it a thing that all of you have gone through? Whoever who has gone to live to another country, the food is totally different here. Like I missed my ugali. Gosh, I didn't know it was that bad to go without eating ugali. I got headaches. I don't know. See, this is the point. Imagine you have grown eating ugali for the last 15, 20, 30, 40 years. Let's assume, as per your age, you have grown up eating ugali like almost every day. It's our staple food back home. So now, after let's say 30 years, you want to execute it completely. It doesn't work out. Like, hey, let's talk about the tea. Oh my goodness. The tea was a big challenge. Do you know, I have not even gotten the Kenyan tea until now. It's just the other day when my man has assisted me to order some online. Otherwise, like, I have not had Kenyan tea since I came here. Can you imagine? Like, at all. I mean, my hubby has nice teas from Serbia, like they're very nice tea. But you know, there is a difference between your tea and this tea here. Like totally different. I'm talking about majani ya chai, the ketepa, the fahari ya Kenya. It's, I don't know, is it being addictive? Because I've also grown up knowing the only tea that is delicious is our very own ketepa, fahari tea. Guys, sorry if you hear some noise, please excuse me. I am outside, of course, and so of course you might be able to hear some noise, one or two noise. For example, that's the ambulance. I'm sure there's someone critical ill being taken for an emergency. Yeah, sorry about that. So let me know, like, imagine like staying without tea. You can imagine what I went through. I was so frustrated, by the way, and I was so angry, and I used to be so moody. And you know, my hubby will ask me like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? And I'll be like, yeah, everything is okay. But deep down I was like, why can't, like, what did I sign into? And by the way, later on I come to learn that these things are very normal. That is why it's called culture shock. You're moving to a totally new environment, an environment that you have never ever been to. You have never like experienced this kind of culture on the other side, this kind of environment on the other side, including the weather, the food, the labor market, job market, you know, everything that's pertaining, everything, just the same way you were doing in back home. Like everything, you come here and everything is totally different. The friendship, you know, a lot of things get to change. So back to the food thing. So I was so frustrated, and it reached a point because things that are eaten here is totally different. So one time my hubby like was so proud and so happy to bring me some sausages. You know, we had sausages for meals, for the meal, and then like I was looking at that sausage like, what is this? Like hini nini? Like the sausage was so big. Wow, it was so big. And you know, like, it doesn't taste the same as our Kenyan food. I mean, it's not like I was not to expect this, of course, but I tend to find out that many people just rush to pack their bags and just move to a new country without getting an advice, without educating themselves about where they are going, what to expect, you know, the whole new thing. You have to really sit down, ask people around, and get to talk to people who have been here the longest. Those are the best people who can advise you. People who get to travel often to come here for some quite a long stay, and or rather people who've come here, relocated here for G, you know what I'm saying? So those are the best people who will advise you because they have been in the game, they have been here, they have seen it, they have done it, they have corrected it. So those are the best people. I never made those calls. I never did that. Like I said on one of my videos, me, I was so fast to come here. Like I was not thinking about anything. Remember, like, you know, I was so done with being home, and I was looking forward to new things, to new opportunities. And you know, at that time, your mind rings differently. Your mind is ringing like, oh, I'm going there. You know, the way we see in movies, like you're coming to abroad and everything is fancy, everything is great, everything is beautiful. Of course, the place is very beautiful. Everything is very organized, strategically, you know, done. Everything is super amazing. Like things work here totally different from home. You can't even compare, not even 5%. Like things here, the system here is so great, and only when you get used to it, then you'll be a happy person. But if you don't get used to it, you know, you'll be very frustrated. And so of course, this is your this is your first time coming here. You don't expect it to be bubbly, and these are things that most people don't talk about it. You see, if I had talked, maybe if I'd inquired from people would have advised me maybe curry roiko, curry majani, you know, unga ya ugali, at least unga ya chapo, because without those things, me, I'm a village girl. I'm a village girl. I love my African cuisine. I love my things, you know, traditionally done. I'm not used to this thing. I'm not that, how do I say? There's this thing, I have forgotten about it. Like, I'm not that girl who like is free to experience this extra. You know, when you go extra, like I said, you're ready to go in a Chinese restaurant and get to ask for a plate of snack or frog. Let me not say it. Let me not shout. Yeah, I mean that kind of a gut. Like, I'm not a sushi person. Maybe I will get to experience it later and I would love it, but that's just me. I'm a village girl, so you understand why it was difficult for me. I was used to my managus. I was used to my kienyeji mbogas, kunde, skuma, spinach. Like, I was looking for, I don't know what was going in my mind that I thought I would get these things here. So when I come here, when I start to cook, then I remember, like, you know the way we used to cooking at home, when you eat nyama, there's basically, you know, some greens to go about it, like some kienyeji, you know, some mboga. But this time round, like, there's none of those. The only thing available here is just cabbage, and me and cabbage were not so much of good friends, and the spinach. And the spinach is also so different. It tastes so different. It's so soft and inaka kama mrenda. Like, I don't know. Everything was so different. When you drink water, I used to feel the water tasting salty. And until to date, I still feel like it tastes salty. I don't know. Maybe I have a problem, but for me, the water here tastes salty. I don't know for what reason. You know, there's that taste of water that used to be, you know, that I used to feel, you know, from our Kenyan water, the Keringet, the Sunny, the Majia tap even. Like, it was so like pure, and there was just like something amazing about that water. For me here, the water tastes salty. Of course, not so salty, but I just feel like there's a bit of a salt in that water. So you can imagine, even water was a problem for me. You can imagine what I went through. Oh my goodness. Like, there's one day I just told my hubby, we have to go and look for ugali. Otherwise, I will die here. Like, I will really die. I will fall down, collapse, and die. Like, so we have to go and get ugali. So we went out, you know, we went about looking for this, like, there's some Afro shops you can find out. If you're coming here, you can try find out around your place. Of course, they don't have the very, very same things that you can find in Kenya. You can't get the Ungaya X, of course, the Pembe Ugali, but you'll get another version of Ungaya Ugali. So we went, and we didn't find an Afro shop, of course, where I stay here. It's not such a big town, but it's a good place, but not such a big town like, you know, the Berlin, like I said, and the Frankfurt, München, and other towns where you could probably be able to get those kind of stuff in one way or another, maybe from other Kenyans who are coming here to sell. So we got to find, we got to see an Indian shop, and we went inside, and oh my goodness, I felt like I was at home. There was ngwashe, there was nduma there, cassava, you know, there are all sorts of cereals, like the nyayo beans, roskoko, dal, dengu. Oh my goodness, like, I was so happy. I felt like I was in heaven. Gosh, I felt like I was in heaven, guys. And then guess what? I found a very good packet of ugali flour. Cheers to ugali. Ugali, I will forever love you. You will not get out into my system that easily. I don't know. You are somehow planted in me, and I'm not ready to release you because you give me all the energy I need. So we found the ugali flour, and we took quite a number of packets. You know, it's like they were disappearing, all of them. And I enjoyed ugali. That day I ate, you would see me, I ate like someone who's gone for hunger for days, for months. Like, I ate that ugali. I ate it with all of my heart, because like I tend to appreciate, I learned to appreciate what we have back home, you know, learning to appreciate the small things that makes us happy. Those are small things that we used to take for granted. At some point we ate ugali, it's too much, and you complain to our parents like, hey mom, we're cooking ugali again. Ay, apana, you know that's too much. Can you cook something else now and stuff? And so I learned to appreciate me. Ata afadhali, you can even, when I'm here right now, you would even rather not give me anything and just give me ugali from Monday to Friday. Me, I'll gladly eat it. I'll not have a problem because I have learned it the hard way and stuff. And then the rice also, I found it to be different. But then I got to discover one rice, like there's a basmati rice here. I tend to discover it. My hubby discovered it in the supermarket, and it's really nice. It's delicious. Hiyo pia ni moja moja, you know, inakaa like vizuri. It tastes so good. You know, it tastes so amazing. Alafu nyama. I like slowly by slowly, now I'm telling you how I got to adjust. And then we came across, like we of course looked for beef, and I found beef finally. Of course there are beef in the supermarket. And my first time testing the beef here, I don't know, it's because I had stayed for long without taking the beef, or is the beef tasting like that? The beef here tastes different too. You guys, I had a big problem. Like adjusting here has been so much for me, but I can say like right now, I'm a pro. So if I managed, why not you? Why not you? Yeah, so you can see like the whole foodie thing is just like a long video on its own. So the beef also tasted so differently. I think the only thing that I tasted that tasted the same as the food at home was the eggs. The eggs taste so good here. Like the eggs is just the same. You know, it's really truly the same. Like I tried to survive on it, but of course you can't be eating eggs every day, guys. And so slowly by slowly I tend to get to find out different kind of food that I would love. I started testing bit by bit, you know, even the cheese. Hey, and white people with cheese. If you want to be bibi ya mzungu, you have to make cheese your best friend. If you don't make cheese your best friend, then you better stay back at home. These people eat cheese like nobody's business. The morning cheese, afternoon cheese, evening cheese, night cheese, like cheese. And there's so many different types of cheese here. So many in different shapes, like different, you know, from different manufacturers, you know. Like me, the only cheese I used to eat, at least, I'm not a fan of cheese. In fact, I don't like it. The only thing that the only cheese that I ate is, I believe, is the cheddar cheese. One time I was trying to do a homemade pizza, and during Corona times, you know how things were, we were all idle, you know, trying to keep ourselves busy in the house. So those are things I used to do. I used to cook a lot different types of cuisine, sample them. So I made pizza, and I had to, of course, get the cheddar cheese. That was the first time I bought cheese. And the other time that I've eaten cheese, of course, the pizza. I used to like the pizza in Pizza Inn. That pizza tastes good. Yeah, even the pizza here. Sorry for another day. But I miss the pizza back at home. So that is the time I used to eat that pizza. And that pizza tasted different. The cheese tasted different. The cheese here, first time, like my husband gave me a piece, like, try this one, and you know the way he's telling you, like, it's so delicious. He's like, yum yum, you know, like, try this, sweetie, this is really nice. And then I tend to put it in my mouth, and you know, like, there was so many different culture shocks, so many different things. I was trying to adjust, and I was like, do I really, what did I sign up for? Now, it was not even about anything else. It was just about adapting to this, like, different environment, different everything, different culture. You know, it was about the culture shock. This is about just the culture shock. It had got nothing to do with, like, coming here, being mistreated or something. No, I'm very happy, like, everything is going good for me. Like, it was just about the culture shock. They were frustrating me. They were getting into my veins in a very good way. They were taking the good part of me, like, everything was just strange. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, what did I sign up for? Is this really what I wanted? And one time I even texted my sister and told him, like, if you ever see me in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, if you see or if you heard from people that they saw someone like Maureen around Nairobi, just know that I came looking for ugali, that I came looking for things that I left, because I looks like I left on a bad note. Like I was running, I was rushing. Yeah, so everything was so different for me. Everything was so different for me. Totally different. And then the friendship, oh my goodness, like this is just another thing that really like frustrated me. Like, you know, you come here, I don't know, but like I had missed my friends, I had missed my family. You know, I started missing them so much, because here I realized, boom, I don't have friends. Boom, this is Germany. People just don't make friends easily. I mean, they're good people, they're nice people. But of course, you can't make friendship easily like we do it home in Africa. In Africa, home, we just like meet someone, say hello, and you get to see each other. Every time you become friends, you know, you become strong, you become family. But here it's totally different. People here are so much reserved. They do not let you in that easily into their lives, and you have to earn it. It will take a really long time for them to like get you into their space. And I even did a research, and I learned that Germans don't make friends easily. I mean, like their circles are people they have known for a very long time. And if you make friendship with a German, just know that that friendship is very genuine. They are the most genuine people I know. Like, just know that that friendship will last forever, because most of their inner circles are, you know, people they went to school with, kindergarten, nursery. Wali join nursery pamoja, wakasoma, you know, like they've been together like for a very long time. Si ile yetu ya Kenya, you know, back home, you know how we do it. You know, you just meet someone, tomorrow you invite them into your space. You don't even know much about them. You just start, you know, making a good friendship, you know, and stuff. And that is why most of our friendship like breaks so easily, because you don't give yourself time to know, you know, the people around you. You just make your friendship quickly, and tomorrow they hurt you. So it's good to actually, that's a good thing here, like you learn your friends, learn to know them before you invite them to your space. Know them, you know, make sure that they are close to your heart, make sure that you are your heart, like make sure they have the best intentions for you. And that's a really good thing. Yeah, so that was all about it. I mean, I started school, of course. I'm going to school every day, from Mondays to Friday, and it's a good thing, because, you know, like now I feel like I'm out of the cage. It's not like I was not comfortable here, like being alone. Of course, my hubby is here, and I'm happy because he's around here. But you know, most of the time he has to go to work also from Monday to Friday. We tend to meet in the evening, so I have to stay the whole day. I will stay in the house the whole day, morning to evening, until he comes. And you know, there's a difference between, of course, this is my husband, of course, and there's a difference between making friends. You know, you'll not be tagging your hubby kila pahali, munaenda na yeye ako kwa mfuko yako kila pahali kama handbag. No. Like we also need friends. You know, we also need girlfriends. We need those girls out, you know, girls trips, girl explore kind of thing, you know, the way I used to do back home with my girls in Kenya. You know, that friendship was so awesome. Like, that's something I miss. So I didn't get it here. And so when I'm going to school now, I feel good because I meet my classmates, of course. And also one thing, like I am the only African lady there. Like all of my classmates are whites and stuff, but they're nice, like we talk. But you know, also like we only meet there in school. We don't talk after school. Maybe if we have to talk after school is when we're exchanging like class stuff, you know, on groups, or someone is inquiring about one or two things and stuff. But like the friendship whereby I'm like, hey, can we have a cup of coffee? Hey, can we have, you know, a drink somewhere? Hey, I haven't reached to that stage, but at least I am glad like I'm out of a cage of this cage. Like I'm out there, and slowly by slowly I'll get to make friends. And it's very nice. I got to see now like few Africans here and there. You know, I even met some Nigerian back, and he was nice. He said hi, and we keep in touch still, you know. Like when you see these people, you tend to appreciate your country people, you know, the African, you know. They make you feel at home. You remember home and stuff. And yeah, so it's not easy. So like I said, there's so many other like differences, frustrations that I came across, and hopefully I'll be discussing them on like another video, because if I continue, the list is so long, we might never finish. And so for now, that's it for today, guys. Until next time, and remember first of all to subscribe. Don't forget, don't pass this video without subscribing, please. And also share the video, like the video. Let's laugh together, let's communicate. Give your feedback down below in the comment section. And until another video, guys, ciao.